Broadcast is live. Oh my
We are live. Hello, everyone.
God. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to Davis and D. I am new to this broadcast thing, and I am new to YouTube. As far as Davis and D, I have been here with just my thoughts for a little while, but I wanted to try something new. And here we are. And with Davis and D, just to give you a little background, it's a safe zone. It's a place where judgment free zone, where you can express yourself, you can cry, you can laugh, you can cuss, you can whatever it is that you need to release any hurt or pain, do that. You can do that here so that you can leave refreshed and loved. So that you can know without a shadow of a doubt that you can live loved here at Davis and D. So thank you. And I want to thank my first guest, Jeanette, for joining me live on my first broadcast of Davis and D's Safe Zone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for encouraging me. Thank you so much for being you.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. You know you're a jewel in disguise to me, so it's
Thank
all
you.
good. And congratulations. The best
Thank
is yet to come. Watch.
Yes. Yes, from your lips to God's ears.
Absolutely.
I thank you. And so, for this is again, this is my very first broadcast. We are working through a few technical difficulties, but we're here and we're gonna continue to work through it.
That's it.
Um,
Period.
yes. So some might ask, well, why did Jeanette get the first opportunity to be the first guest on Davis and D? Um, that's because it's my show and I get to choose.
Period.
Pretty much. And I know that as a black woman, we're often overlooked. We're often misunderstood. We're often simply not heard. So, being a black woman, this is my first broadcast. I wanted to give another black woman an opportunity to share her story. So, I am going to ask a few questions and answer them honestly. Be you. Are you
Right.
comfortable? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good. So, my first question: what is the greatest misconception about you?
Wow. A lot of people think I am mean, but I'm not. I'm not.
What would you describe yourself as? What would give me one adjective that would describe you?
Changed.
Hmm, that's a good word.
That's the whole package. That one word for me. I
Change.
definitely changed. Yes.
Good, good. Second question: what is your greatest accomplishment?
My four children who all graduated from high school. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And what are their names?
Jonathan, Timothy, Xavier, and Rebecca.
Nice. Congrats as well. For
Thank
it's
you.
not a small feat, one, to raise four children.
Absolutely.
Three successful, graduate from high school, intelligent, productive adults.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Mom, for doing that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God is
You're
good.
welcome. He is all the time. Um, what is is your greatest regret?
Not going to the Navy, which is what I was supposed to do when I graduated. But I didn't because I was a teen mother and I didn't want to leave my son. My life would be different had I went. I know, without a shadow of a
Indeed.
doubt, my life would be different.
So you said you are a teen mom. You were a teen mom. What
Uh-huh.
age? What age were you when you had your first child?
17. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm sure, Navy or not, your life would just been a lot different.
Right.
Just
Absolutely.
different. Um, if you could go back, would you?
Absolutely. In the blink of an eye. Just
Okay.
to do things differently and have a better outcome for myself and my children.
Um, what would you like people to know about you?
That I'm funny. I'm funny. I'm a jokester, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yesterday we were just talking, and you made a comment about their lawsuit going on now, or the class action claim
Right. About the chemicals,
that's
the
going on
perms
now
and things.
for Black.
Right.
Exactly, exactly. So you made a comment yesterday about that. Could you express it again today, please?
Okay, what I said was now that we have a class action lawsuit in regards to the sperm and chemicals we've been putting in our hair for decades, black folks will get their 40 acres and a mule finally. And I think it's time. So I'm okay with it. Give it to us. We all want our piece. But that's
Absolutely.
just me.
And it's absolutely. I think is well, it's criminal. Our community has had to endure tremendous um, neglect
Absolutely.
from the government, from the world, from other people that look like us in the community, and
Right.
those that don't. So I
Yeah.
think that if there's not a value that you can put on somebody's life, especially the
Absolutely.
suffering that women and men have gone through having cancer.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
if there is a value to put on it, then make it big.
That's right. Absolutely. Um, a lot of people died, from the cancer that they got from this stuff that we were using, thinking it was supposed to be the best thing for us when it really wasn't. We should have been taught to appreciate our curls, our naps, whatever you want to call it. We should have been taught to appreciate that way back then instead of trying to make it look like something that it wasn't.
Absolutely.
And then it does this. This is sad for us. This is another sad thing for the brown folk who have used these chemicals.
Indeed. Something else for us to endure. And it actually takes us and puts us in another place where we have to deal with another entity and explain to them why we feel like we feel when we feel it. Um, and not felt like we're not telling the truth. Like
Right.
those women knew how they were feeling. They knew what was going on. So,
Yeah.
or trying their best to express it to the doctors and things that um, they were going through something.
Yeah. And to think back, I
did.
can remember
So thank you for
uh,
sharing.
using the super and like, oh, you gotta hurry and wash it off, or if you didn't, you got chemical burns that you had to, put antibiotic ointment on and stuff to heal it in your head. And we should have known, if something can burn your hair, it might not be good for you to put in your hair, but yet and still, I mean, we used it for decades. I use it on my daughter's hair. You know, men use it to straighten their hair. So this can go
Absolutely.
so many millions of ways, Didi, and it's terrible for us as a people. Again,
I agree. I thought as we were discussing it, I thought about the women that were actually sitting in the salon chairs getting it put in their head.
right,
The many
right,
women that are taking pain medication right now just to get a burn.
yeah,
And that's just on your hair or scalp. We're not talking about anything that the internal damage that it has done.
right,
But
and you know what else, Didi? They're still selling it. They're still. I mean, if you're trying to correct something, I know it will be hard for a lot of us brown folk because we become accustomed to doing this, but it's still on the shelves. It's still, well, I guess we want them to make that money because they're gonna need every dime to pay everybody that's used this for all of these years. So I guess maybe they know what they're doing.
well, it goes back again. We've been discussing for a few shows on just my thoughts, but we have to stop being consumers.
Right.
We have to stop doing that, and we have to learn to take care of ourselves. What we have is valid. If it's something
Absolutely.
going on with you or in your body, is valid. And you're absolutely right with the fact that we have to learn to love our own coils, our hair, how it restricts, how we just have learn to love ourselves unapologetically
Right. Absolutely.
with flaws and all, or what we have been taught is a flaw.
Right. And
Because
that's
our hair
that's
is
the
not a flaw.
that's the thing. Everybody is a lot of people that I know. I'm not gonna say everybody, but it's, oh, that's where I was raised. Oh, I've been doing that all my life. But it's time to do something different. We can do something different. It's okay.
Indeed. It is. This is the other thing with doing something different. Once you do it and you start it, if you don't like it and it's not working out, you can always go back. But most
Right.
often, once you take the road to the difference, you never go back to the
Right.
same.
Right.
So, with that being said, what does your future hold? That's the next
Wow.
question.
Wow, Didi. I have no idea. If I tell you I've never been one day at a time my whole life. In this moment, I am. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just living one day at a time and being grateful. I have no plans. I have no agenda. And Jeanette was always the one. I had a plan. I was going to do it this way. I'm not even trying to focus, so I don't even have an answer for that because I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm ready for it, and I plan on winning at
Nice. Yes. But
it.
we hold the future.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Last question. What advice do you have for men, women, and children? Each one, you can answer it different. I mean, give a, of course, it's not going to be the same answer for each group, but
Well,
address each group.
I think that we as a people, we need to love ourselves a little bit more. We love ourselves. We got to teach our children, our grandchildren, the great grandchildren. If we all learn to love ourselves a little bit more, I think even mentally we be in a little bit of a better place because we won't allow so many people to come through and misuse us and mistreat us and hurt us and hurt us and break us down and this heartbreak and they done pissed me off and now he done broke my heart and she done broke my heart. if we love ourselves a little bit, I think if I loved myself a little bit more way before now, that I would even be in a better state of mind myself. So I would just encourage everybody to love on themselves just a little bit more. Seriously.
That's good. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Is
Yeah.
there, I'm done with my questions. Is there
Okay.
anything that you want to share from your heart, from your mind, or just want to share?
Um, I just want to say to you in this moment, I'm just proud of you. You're a queen. You already know that. You're a queen to me, and I love you, and I'm supportive. Whatever you want to do, I want you to do it. This is success. This is what you've been. This is what I've been worrying you about doing for you. I'm worrying you, okay? And this your time to shine, bro. Yeah. Live love.
Thank
This what you
you.
doing on purpose. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. I ain't want to
Yeah.
be trying to almost cry on my first show,
We've been
girl.
crying all these years. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Absolutely.
Um, Davidson D was created digitally 5 years ago when I registered the name. I have been um, self sabotaging myself with Davidson D. I felt like everybody did love themselves. It was just me that had the issue with not loving me.
Right.
But the more I talk and the more I share, let me take this back. The more God talks through me, and the
Right.
more I share what God has done to and through me, the
Mm-hmm.
more I learn that we have not been taught how to love ourselves
Right.
properly.
Absolutely.
So I am
Absolutely.
grateful for the day and the opportunity for God to say, go live with it. Go live with living love.
Mm-hmm.
Take Brain and Me from Facebook and put it on YouTube and put it on Beyonce's internet and see what it do.
Okay. No comment. I'm like Antoine. I don't want no smoke with nobody.
Absolutely. So I thank you. I thank you for encouraging me. I thank you for being there. I thank you for who people don't understand this journey. And it's okay.
That's right.
It's
They'll see.
absolutely what if you had to say to just the world, to the internet, um, give them a few steps or pointers or tidbits on walking and living love.
Self care, definitely. You showed me, girl. You can do that pedicure yourself and love on your own feet, okay? um, I mean, a self evaluation type of process
Mm,
is different because this is my first time in my lifetime doing it. But you reevaluate your thoughts, you know, you reevaluate your being, the way you cross your legs, the way you walk. I mean, your whole being, you know. And it's not a bad change. Let's call it growth. It don't have to be change. Let's try growth. Growth can change you. Change and growth, they go hand in hand, but they're different, but they can change you and make you a better person. I definitely
indeed.
would like, I know that I'm a better me. You know, I heard that it was the trauma and the grief of losing my husband, but I appreciate that lesson from my God. Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. Everything is just so self love for me today in this time of my life, Dee Dee, because I ain't never did this. So I'm just all about this self love. Take care of you. Check on yourself. You feeling bad? Go to the doctor. See what's going on. If that's what you feel comfortable with, take your vitamins. Take you some vitamins to keep your system together. Even regards to COVID or whatever. But just as brown people, which is something I know so many people, they like, girl, you take vitamins. I'm like, yeah, I've been taking them for years. They don't think about it. They think that it's just, my body just gonna keep going. No, you gotta give something, um, to your body to help along the way. Um, yeah, just self love, and I think when you get to know yourself enough, you'll figure out the rest, because it's about you and only you know you. You know.
Indeed, indeed. With and I appreciate that. When you said something, when you change, you grow. When you
Yeah,
grow, you change.
absolutely.
It's not a.
And
It
we,
kind
we
of go
want
hand
that
in
though,
hand.
right?
Do we? Shouldn't we?
Well, I do. I want it for us. I
Indeed,
want it for us as a people. I mean, we need that. We losing so many of our young folk, which is our future. You know,
absolutely,
whether
absolutely.
it's a black on black or whatever the case, we losing our people, and what does that mean? I mean, I wish I was getting younger, but I'm not. But I mean, what are we gonna do as a people?
I agree with you in learning to love ourselves. It's not
Yeah,
society has told us how we're supposed to love ourselves, how we're supposed to look, what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to have accomplished by this age and that age. And it gets big because if you haven't met what society said was the requirement, you feel less than, you
yeah,
feel inadequate. And the truth
right,
of the matter is, what society says about you has nothing to do with you.
right, right. And if you
Nothing to
love
do with you.
yourself enough, you'll realize that. But if you don't love yourself enough, things like that'll get to you and it'll give you a mental whatever, blah blah blah. That's why you gotta love yourself enough to know that everybody ain't gonna like you, everybody not gonna be your friend. People are gonna say that, things are gonna happen. You gotta be heart and mind strong to walk away. And
Indeed.
that's one thing I used to tell my three sons growing up in school, Didi, um, walk away and you'll live another day. And that's something to tell your teenagers, but where we from, that's what I wanted my sons to know. You ain't got to get in the crowd. You ain't got to get in the mix and get into the fight or get into the trouble or whatever they doing. You don't. You can walk away.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is the topic and theme and the golden nugget for the show. I'm gonna make sure this is the first show, so that's part of each show, that there will be a golden nugget from each show. And the golden nugget from this show is that walk away to live
Yeah.
another day. Whatever beef, whatever it is that you think that you can't get through, or you have to take a gun or anything to do anything crazy, stop yourself in a moment, sit down and say, let me stop so that I can live another day. Or the other person can live another day.
Right.
We are all attached to someone. It's someone on the planet that loves you. They might not show it adequately, or you might have convinced yourself of otherwise, but you are loved. And we have to live as such. Love the individuals.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer. I live my life as such, that I am loved and I walk in it. And you can't give me anything other than love. I won't
That's right.
accept it.
That's right. And we love ourselves enough to not accept anything less.
No. Mm-mm. You want me to be loving and kind and gentle and peaceable with you. You don't want me to act the fool. I
Nah.
swear you don't. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't like her anyway.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking, this first broadcast could be an hour or so, but it don't have to be. It's the first. It can be what it be. Do
You're
you
doing
have?
great. Whatever you want to do, boo. That's the thing about it. This yo show, do it your way.
Yes, ma'am.
Period.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we had the golden nugget. What it's something about this is another a reason why I wanted to bring you on this show. It's something about your life and what you've gone through in your life that I want you to share with the young ladies. And that was your first marriage.
Oh. Well, that was being married to a DL brother. Um, it was traumatic. Uh, um, Another traumatic moment in my life that just almost took me. But what I will say to my queens of all nationalities, these brothers exist. You know, these down low brothers exist. I'm proof. I just nobody but God. That's all I can say. Because I question
Indeed.
my me. You know, I question my womanhood. Like, you know, this is crazy. I'm a woman, but this
So, do
should
you
not.
think that you purposefully didn't see the red flags? Or do you think
I
that
think
he was skillful enough to hide them?
both. I think he was skillful enough to hide it, but I think I probably was a little weak because I remember a holiday where he put my robe on and a wig and stuff and dressed up like Shanae. But we thought it, it's Halloween. It was a joke. But in my mind, that one moment I felt like was the moment that I should have saw through that. Because to this day, I ain't never had another man want to dress up like no Shanae for Halloween. But I didn't
Right.
see it. I was too in love, and which put me on a different guard in regards to men when I did get over that. You
Okay.
know, it's for real. These
Indeed.
they for real. And I
Thank
divorced his
you.
ass quick.
Thank you for
I had a
sharing that.
yes, I had a big divorce party too, might I add. But okay.
And I let me say again what she said. She said she had a big divorce party, is what she said.
I sure did. I
And
did.
I asked her that question in leaving this first broadcast tonight. I asked her that question because I want us as women and men to recognize that sometimes the relationships that we get into, they create a trauma bond and they secure a trauma bond that was created that we had no idea was even there. And as a people, we have several trauma bonds that have just been passed down to us through the generations of being who we are. It's okay to release that. Please take the time to identify it and release it from you. That's part of the change. That's
Absolutely.
part of the growth. That's part of living love. Um,
Hmm.
no, you should not project your trauma onto no one else. But um, that's what Davis and D Safe Zone is for. Come here to
Right.
identify it, get some healing, and go on to be better, living love through it.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Which is what a lot of people that I know, I can count on my hand right now that I wish I could reach out to in that manner, just to share or reveal or get a little bit of their healing, just to heal them. And they'll have better, brighter days. You know, no, it's not gonna go away. You won't forget it, but you're healed enough to go on in a positive way for your future. for your present, however you want to put it. We just need some healing, really.
Indeed. Indeed. But I thank you so much. December is your birthday month.
Yeah, December
So
23rd.
thank you so much. Thank you. This is part of your healing, living
Yeah,
love, your birthday present, establishing a new normal in your life,
yeah,
in my life, in our lives.
yeah,
Um, I
absolutely.
I thank you again for being my first guest on
Yeah,
Davis and D. I
all
thank you for
right.
sharing your life story. I thank you
Yeah,
for sharing some heartfelt moments. Is
absolutely.
there anything else you would like to say?
No, boy, I just want to wish you well, blessings to you, and you know I love you, and I got your back, boo. Okay.
Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome,
right.
boo. So, what do I do? Do you have
Uh,
to?
yes, I'll end the broadcast, and I just wanted to tell everybody thank you. Subscribe, tune in. If you want to help me get through some of these technological challenges, I welcome it.
Yes,
And I will post or learn how to, we'll come up with a schedule. Who knows when we'll go live again. Thank you
we
for
will be
tuning
back
in.
though.
Indeed. Indeed. Live love.
Cheers. Peace.